What's going on, brothers and a few sisters out there? I noticed a few women starting to follow my channel, man, and that's one thing I'm going to encourage the women to follow the channel. You may get offended, you may not. Hey, I'm not going to discriminate against women following my channel. I got a mother, I got a sister, I got aunties that love me dearly. You know, I even got that ignorant ass baby mama too. That's actually showing me a lot of love right now, helping me with my situation. So I can't hate on the women. Anyhow, how you doing, brother Asaba? What's going on with you, my
Hey,
brother?
man, everything's good. And like I said to you, I'm just happy you with us. I'm super happy you doing better. And thank God that your immune system is strong enough to fight off that virus, man.
Yeah, thank God, man. Just like me and you was talking offline, man. There's people falling down off this shit every day, man. You know, even politicians, man. Herman Cain, man. You have all the money in the world. You know, you could be. I mean, Herman Cain was a rich fucking man, a rich
Right.
black man here from Atlanta, Georgia. Whether you agree with his the stuff that he preached or the stuff that he pushed or not, for what I'm hearing, he was one of the main ones saying, "Oh, damn that mask, damn this corona is a hoax," you know. And he came to eat those words.
Yeah. You
Those are
know,
the same
the
words
same
I was
thing.
saying months. Those are the same words I was saying a few weeks before I caught Corona too. I
I
tell
didn't
folks,
know you. I didn't know you. I didn't know you were saying that.
well, I said I didn't say it was a hoax. I was just the mentality I was having because I've been working in the auto business. I've been working the whole time around cars. And some of the cars I was working around was certified that they had coronavirus in those cars. And they told us, hey, this is a coronavirus car. They sprayed it down and everything. A lot of those cars came through the shop. And, uh, and I got to the point where I was like, man, I'm tired of wearing a mask. I felt like my body already probably had the coronavirus, so I was good. You know, I had symptoms seemed like way before in January, February and shit. So I just got tired of all the talk. So I was like, man, I didn't wear a mask everywhere I was going. Anyhow, I caught it. That's the bottom line. I caught it. And
And the crazy thing is, you've heard of people having like Corona parties and people end up catching it and having issues. I think what it is, I think what
oh,
it
the
is, then
party,
brother,
man.
is that
Oh, the party.
you
They said that.
yeah, yeah, people have had Corona parties and people because I've seen mostly young kids and they find out it's real, and I think it's because we want things to go back to where they were, and then you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't taste it, and that kind of can put people at risk, especially young people. So that's and then not only this, I hear some people sometimes they'll go, man, that thing ain't real, man. You know anybody called coronavirus? And what I usually tell people, I don't know nobody got cancer of the eye, but I guarantee you somebody, I guarantee you somebody got it. Yeah, yeah. Look at that.
Airport said God went to Corona party and died from it. He was 30.
Yeah.
This thing real, people, man. This thing real. Say good afternoon, Danny Glover, man. The people miss you, man, on the channel,
Yeah.
man. They miss you, man. And no homo, man. No homo, bro. No, I still haven't met you in person, man, but I love you, bro, man. Just talking
Same
to
here.
you,
Same here.
man. You
Same
like a
here.
mentor, man. And
Same
a lot
here,
of people
man.
don't know your resume, bro. Like your resume
Yeah,
is great, man. Like the stuff you have been through, man. You've been a teacher, you've been in the military, you've been shot in
yeah.
the military. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on, bro. Like your
Well,
mind, you
I
know,
appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that, man. And that's kind of what life is about, man. Relationships. Because like when we get old, brother, it, what's going to really be important is the relationships that we built, the things we have done, to help other people. And this is why I always say, relationships are super important. When you're on your deathbed, I believe that's what most people are going to be, thinking about. And I always tell brothers this, not how many notches you got under your belt and all that, and all your money. Is going to be, the people you've touched in life and the people who touched you.
all right. Shout out to Cameron Brown. He said his brother-in-law up there in the ATL passed a couple of days ago from this shit. This shit is real. I'm gonna tell you what the media pushes. The media pushes that, oh, just a small percentage, just a small percentage. But that small percentage, man, hits hard in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy of mine, his dad died from it. His mom and dad was sick. Mom stayed at home with it, drunk her tea. The dad didn't drink the tea. He got a little pissed off with it. He went to the hospital. He died in the hospital. So I'm gonna say, man, if you're sick, make sure you're drinking your tea, drinking your fluids, you know what I'm saying? Taking your medicines and stuff. Uh, Doing whatever you gotta do. Take whatever you can do to help yourself, man. I got all this little stuff, the vapor stuff. I've been You see me sniffing different things, trying to keep that nose clean, brother. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is, Rich, man, that
In all the surfaces. Go ahead, bro.
the thing we have to keep in mind is, like, for instance, there are some people, the older you are, the more at risk they say you are. They say we know that for a reason, but we don't know if the Grim Reaper is going to pull our card. We just don't know. There have been perfectly healthy people who have died. So, like, I caught a cold, bro, a sore throat. Man, I went and got checked, everything like that. Because even though I feel in my heart I have a small risk of dying, I don't know if the Grim Reaper is going to pull my card. You just don't know. And many young people have died. Even some kids have died, bro.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And kids now, see, that's a big issue now because they debating whether they want to start school and stuff like that right now. Um, and then the thing is, some people can't afford to pay babysitters. They can't afford to stay at home either. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford it. So it's like a situation where, should I go and make some money? Should I stay at home with my kid and not pay my bills? That's a rough patch for people right now. It's a rough
Yeah.
patch, man. They don't know whether send their kids to school and they may get coronavirus and die. The kids staying at home, not doing shit, playing video games. They're in a rough patch, man. I'm in a lucky situation where when my son, his grandma watch him all day. His mom worked. She actually worked from home, but she needs time to herself too. And I'm in a lucky
Yeah,
situation.
what's going to happen when I believe this may happen with school. There are a lot of older teachers, and kids are going to be kids too, and kids are going to be like, they may have maybe the younger kids might get infected or something because they can't keep their hands off of each other. You know, kids are going to be kids. And then they're going to be like, I love you, grandma. And you know what I'm saying? When they come home, or I love you, mommy. And, you know, so I can see a host of issues that may happen, but we'll see. I mean, and then another thing, Rich, is, you know, just, you know, the government is still assisting people. They still have the, you know, with the whole mortgage thing. And so if that stops, that's going to create a whole nother host of issues. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see. I look at these economists all the time, and you know, I don't think anybody has a cap on it because we don't know, you know, how much help the government is going to help. We don't know what direction the country is going in, but what we do know is this: it's a new normal. This is a new normal.
Shout out to Felicia Joy. Felicia, are you in the DR? Are you living in Dominican Republic, or are you a traveler? I mean, give me a little background on you because I see you on different channels. She said a 9-year-old girl died of COVID. Her heart, the doctor sent her home, and her heart stopped. And let me tell y'all something. COVID has an effect on your body. Also, it affects your heart rate, your heartbeat. It makes your heart speed up to breathe and stuff like that. This is a complex, very complex, very, very complex virus. It not only plays on your respiratory system, it plays on your heart, it plays on your muscles, make your muscles spasm. It makes you weak. It's serious. So let me know a little background on you, Felicia. I see you supporting. I see you donated to the cause, and I'm gonna tell you guys. I got a video I'm gonna put out today. I bought some Irish moss, you know, with the donations. I also bought some special tea from a herb store that a Chinese lady is saying that she recommends me using. So I bought about $20 worth of that. The Irish moss was about $15. Um, and I bought some some other things. I spent about $70 in that store today. I bought something that got nothing to do with the coronavirus. Also, I just tell y'all I bought some fucking stuff for my feet. You know. But anyhow, shout out to everybody that's supporting with the kind words. Shout out to everybody that actually donated. And man, I'm telling you, people just donating out of love, man. Just hitting my Cash App, you know, hitting my PayPal. They concerned about me, man, and that means a lot, man. Like, for real, it's one thing to say, you know, hey, I'm gonna pray for you. This another thing. People will hit me up like, hey, I really did pray for you, bro. I'm pulling for you, and that means a lot, man. You know, she said, no, I'm from Vine City, but now I live in Griffith, Georgia. Do you travel? Are you a traveler though? I'm wondering, how did you reach these channels? Let me know that. But anyhow, let's get back to the topic, man. The topic on hand, crabs in a bucket, man. And we're gonna cover a lot of things today. And we're gonna try to keep it positive. But you know, sometimes when you say negative stuff, it's for a positive reason. So you know, sometimes you gotta spill it out, you know, in order to be heard. Shout out to Gil, MMA fan, that brother always support. Thank you, man. Also, I'm starting. I'm starting the. I don't know what to call it, but it's like support group, something like that. Anyhow. It's like something with the YouTube where you can be a member of the channel. I'm starting that up also. So if you guys want to join the membership, it's still in the approval process. But if you join the membership, I'm going to start doing like private videos and stuff, behind the scene video stuff I can't do on the internet. I'm asking everybody, if you're taking trips, send me videos and stuff like that. And I'm gonna do behind the scenes stuff I can't release on YouTube. And to all those that join my community, join part of the team, and I'll release all those stuff to you guys. It's just basically a support system of the channel, man. With the channel, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna take a vacation and everything, and I'm gonna release videos. I'm gonna show you guys stuff. We're gonna do other stuff besides what we've been doing. Um, I'm starting to spend more money on the channel. I'm gonna do the drone footages. I got the drone now that I purchased. I got the gimbal that I purchased. I got gonna have somebody editing my videos now. I'm gonna spend more money on the channel, so I'm asking you guys to support the channel and be a part of the channel. I'm a little light-winded. Y'all can see I'm a little light-winded, but this is helping me talking. It's helping me exercise my breathing. So don't be, feeling bad for me how I'm talking right now. It's actually helping me build my wind up. So anyhow, black seed oil. Like I say, man, it's a million things out there I can get, and a lot of it fall in line. Black seed oil. I talked to the lady today, and she said the black seed oil is good, but she also told me that it's just popular. It's more popular than it is good, especially in the black community. Things become popular. I call it barbershop talk. We hear one black folks say, "Oh yeah, this works great. This works great," and then it trickles down. It's more popular. She says it's more popular than it's good. So she told me I could use it. She told me the Irish, what do they call it, black Irish moss. Irish moss. She said that's good too. She told me to use that tea. She said that the tea is that real deal. It's going to build my immune system up. So anyhow, man, let's talk about the crabs in the bucket. Shout out to Brian Bourne, man. He says, "Greeting, brother. What drone did you get and what gimbal?" I got an off-brand gimbal. I don't know the name of it right off. And I got as far as the drone, I got the mini Maverick, the cheapest one they got, because I just want to start off. But anyhow, man, let's talk about these crabs in the bucket, man. Anything you want to talk about first, my brother?
Yeah, when you would ask me, and I was like, man, I'd rather focus on positive things that we do. And I was kind of reluctant. I was like, nah, you can kind of tell how I was talking, But then I thought about it. I was like, I have a theory on the whole crabs in the barrel thing that may not, kind of continue to tear us down. But you remember the term Mary J. Blige talked about the term hateration. Some people call it hating on a person. I remember growing up, and we used to, some people call it the dozen, some people call it checking. It was a way of tearing each other down, right? It was a way, do you ever do that, Rich?
What,
We tease each other about each other's mother, talk about each other's father. Do you remember? I mean, I don't know if you guys did that in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get what
there's a theory that as a result of the whole enslavement thing, of enslaving our people. I remember in the movie Glory, where the guys were marching and the guys and Denzel.
Go ahead, brother. Good.
Something. And Denzel was going by, and the guy just was like, "You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You think you something?" Because he had on a uniform, and the other guy didn't. So some of these black psychologists have theorized that victims of racial oppression and historical dominance, they couldn't strike out at their oppressors, So it's like old husband, and he getting a hard time on his job. He'll come home and attack his children or attack his wife because he can't attack the boss. Now, I'm not saying that that is justified. I'm not saying that that is justified, but, African Americans have been conditioned, in my opinion, by PSTD, like in the military, they've had psychological, like a photosynthesis, which is a contributor or a variable to that whole crabs in the barrel. Actually, think about it. People insulting one another is entertaining to many. There's no other groups of people that attack one another like we did by throwing the dozens. White people didn't do it as much like African Americans did it. So it's just entertaining.
Just like the word nigga. What up, nigga? What up, nigga?
Right.
That's a crab in the bucket mentality too.
Right. I mean, because maybe going back to the whole institution of slavery, they were calling black people that. They couldn't call white folks a name, so they lashed out at each other. So that's just one, that's one theory of post-traumatic slave syndrome. Also, think about this. You have the Holocaust, where, all right, think of a crabs in a barrel, and if you are at the bottom, you'll do anything to get out of that barrel. You'll do anything. If you got the crabs that got out, they had to step on the backs of other crabs to get out. So there's a lot of things going on. When I thought about the whole crabs in the barrel, think of the Uncle Tom, who was like always had the threat of being thrown back in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't do right, or if you don't, I'm gonna throw your behind right back in the field. Meaning, I'm gonna throw you right back in the pot. And this happened wherever there are oppressors. There's going to always be secondary people who the oppressors have, I guess, given license to exacerbate that oppression. I mean, in the Jewish Holocaust, like I was saying, people were throwing their own mothers into the furnaces. I'm talking about the Jewish Holocaust, not the Black Holocaust. You can talk about in Belgium, you can talk about in the Congo, you can talk about all these places where you can see, I mean, from people who, I don't like to use the word slave, people who used to catch enslaved people, to keep their position or to keep them out of the pot, they had to oppress other people. Now, I think that is a variable, that post-traumatic slave syndrome. It is the attitudes and the assumptions and the behaviors through the lens of the oppressor. So, I also think this too, man. You got those crabs, right? That like, you don't deserve to get out of the pot. You need to be here with me. Many times, think about it like this. A lot of those guys who didn't have the skills or wasn't articulate enough to say what was on their mind, they attacked other Black people. So this whole thing, and then let me say this also, thinking about the crabs. The problem may not be the crabs, but the problem may be the barrel. Because we have a system in America whereby, I mean, you can look around the Black community and you can see a lot of the oppression and a lot of things that Black people have to go through to get out of the barrel. Look at poor Michael Jackson, as beautiful as a man that he was, no homo. Look at what he was doing to fit into the dominant culture. So the crabs that do get out, like I said, they'll do anything to stay out. And so are you still there, Rich?
I'm there with you, bro. Everybody,
Okay.
make sure you hit the like button and share this in the groups, man. Facebook, WhatsApp. Take your time out. It ain't gonna hurt you, man. Just share this with the brothers, man. Share it right now. You know what I'm saying? Share this. We speaking on important stuff right now. Well, go ahead,
Think
brother.
about
I'm
this,
there.
Rich. Think about this for a second. We live in the disunited snakes of America. It is very important. Malcolm said it best. A man's greatest urge is to simply be a man. Most brothers want to feel like they are a man. They want to feel like they're important. And people will do criminal acts for that. People will, me and you talked about this the other day. You get on Facebook or some of those sites, people will do anything to show off. Look at what I have. I'm better than you. And I said this to you before. You look at somebody like Floyd Mayweather, where everybody in the world knows he's rich. You would think, well, why does he want to show us that it's almost like saying, my skin is I'm a black man. Look at me, I'm a black man. Like, why would I say the obvious? Especially when you're saying that to poor people. I think that is a crab in a barrel. You got out of the barrel, and nobody, I mean, people will do anything to stay in the dominant group. And so, I think a lot of this mindset and conflict and lack of power or lack of sense of power or lack of feeling like a man, has a lot to do with it. Now, with all that being said, do I think that there is hateration? Do I think that some people don't want to see some people succeed? Yes, I think that happens in every group, though. I think that happens in every group. And maybe it is worse maybe for African Americans because of the history that we have. Because you know as well as I do, people will quickly point out your flaws. I mean, I've said this to you before. You have people who are, let's say, in the WhatsApp group or whatever. Everybody should at least subscribe to your channel. Now, it don't cost nothing to subscribe, but there's somebody out there going, I ain't subscribing to Rich channel, man. But no, that's crabs in a barrel. That's crabs in a barrel. But again, think about it like this. Think if you were a crab and you were at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? And that heat about to cook. You do anything to get out of that barrel. So it's a complex and layered conversation. But there should be no reason why everybody should not subscribe to your channel. You don't got to do nothing. All you got to do is click subscribe. That's a way of supporting one another. And I'll say this. If you have an African American business, instead of saying crap, I'd rather say it this way. Like there's an old saying, when a white, like people will go, well, that's why I don't go to black businesses now. You see how they do me? And the retort to that is, when white people do you wrong, what do? You go to another white business. You just don't stop messing with white people, and look, man, I'm going to say this. This is why it's hard for me to kind of grasp the whole crab in the barrel, because the people who have really helped me, the people who have really looked out for me, my mother, my father, professors, this and that, generally, have been black folk. If I get stopped, I want it to be a black officer, to be honest. I want it to be a black officer. So I can see where we do support each other. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you were giving thanks to the people who were helping you out, I'm willing to bet two dead hogs in the back of a 1974 Cadillac. Them was black people. Them was black people. Now,
Yeah, I'm
if you
not saying we
ever have
don't
a business,
support. I'm not
yeah,
saying we don't support each other, but the
if you ever have a
mentality.
business, Rich, any black business, I'm not
I
gonna
do
say
have
any.
I do have a little small business, yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing about it is, if a black business exists for any number of years,
The
they
majority of
need a
my
lot of.
customers are black, but majority of them want to hook up, man. They
Well,
want
I
a
get it.
discount, man.
I get it. But but Rich, you got to focus on the positive. But but the thing about it is, though, Rich, what I'm driving at, though, what I'm driving at is, though, that um, any black business that has, I'm not going to say any, but most black businesses have some degree of success, generally are, other black people support that, but generally, you know what I'm saying? Now, and you and me and you both know that, a lot of other groups of people are not going to support that. So any black business that has, let's say, 10 years of continuous, business is a miracle, because they've had to beat so many odds. You have to fight against the other groups of people, and you have to fight to get your own groups of people to support you. But in my life, I can look at my family members and other people. Generally, people who have had my back have been closer to my skin color.
Right, that's true. So now let's talk about Facebook and the internet, man. Like it's like every time we turn around, like people start these organizations like Black Lives Matter, uh, Not Fucking Around Coalition, the Militant Group, and just different things that's going on. It's like every time we start, even if you don't agree with the organization and what they're pushing, but why try so hard to decrown these organizations? Why try so hard on the internet to paint over the signs that Black Lives Matters are doing? Why try so hard to knock these organizations down, our own people? If you don't agree with what they're doing, if you think they're pushing the gay narrative, or you think the Not Fucking Around Coalition is a joke, you think that it's pointless what they're doing, why put so much energy in tearing them down versus, you start, if you feel like, you know, they're not doing nothing, start your own organization. They got other organizations out there, militant organizations. They carry guns and do different things. Why not join the other ones and then just leave uh, the Not Fucking Around Coalition alone, or the Black Lives Matter alone? Why not start your own organizations and push your own narratives versus trying to pull these people down and what they doing? I just don't understand why in the black community we always do that. Just like with the doctor that's coming out with that's saying that she has a cure for COVID-19, and she's telling people to use certain medicine. And then you got people on the internet saying, I ain't trusting no black women with a nappy head, and she don't look like she knows what she's talking about. Why pull each other down so much, man? It just gets to the point where it's crazy, man. It's the mentality we have as black people to always not
Rich,
support one another. Let me pay the bills real quick, though. The views on Hurricane, we talked about Hurricane already. He believed right at the end that it was a hoax, COVID-19, and COVID-19 took his life, unfortunately, man. Regardless if I I supported Herman Cain. He's still a black man. He was a rich black man here in Atlanta that made a lot of noise, regardless of what his beliefs were. Rest in peace, Herman Cain. And I'm gonna let you talk, brother. Go ahead, chime in a little bit.
I think my take is this. Like, for instance, you have a channel. I don't know of any, what do they call it? People trollers, right? I'm sure you may have a troll or whatever. I mean, but you can't focus on that. And I think that, let's say the Black Lives Matter movement and the other movement you were talking about, and anything that you do, I mean, you work with any group of people, there's always going to be that core group that's going to work. You can't be focused on the fringes or the people who are hating. You know what I'm saying? Because, you can't get anything done worried about some people who don't support. But I hear you when you say, man, people should support and they shouldn't be tearing people down. I hear that. And I don't know if I have the answers for all of that, kind of what I talked about, the whole social historical piece. But, I do know that I do believe there's a certain degree of more so amongst our people with the hateration than maybe other groups. And but the thing about it is nothing you can do but stay on the positive track, man. There's some people who just don't like you because of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or may not like the group because of whatever. I mean, that group or whatever group, they just have to do their thing, man. And don't worry about the haters, man.
That's true, man. But social media, man, is just, I mean, you see it everywhere, man. You see it everywhere. There's people talking about, black
But
lives.
Rich, it could be reticular activation. And let me tell you what that is. It's like for instance, whatever kind of car you drive, right? You see them everywhere. I don't see them. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't want to know. But let's say if you drove a green Volkswagen Beetle, man, you see millions of them. It's because that's where your mind is, or that's that's what I'm saying. We can't focus. We can't focus on the people who are haters. You know what I'm saying? And if that's where your mind is, that's what you're gonna see. There's an old story about a guy who was good with finding the gold, right? And he was an old dude, and they was like, man, how do you see the gold? How can you? And he'd be like, it's everywhere. Don't you see it? You see, it's kind of like what we're focused on is what we see. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, reticular activation is real because, again, whatever kind of car you drive, no matter what kind of car you drive, you see more of those than me or the next man. I don't even see those cars. I'm like, I don't know when the last time, and I'm not knowing what kind of car I don't know what kind of car you drive, but I haven't seen your car in a long time. I don't focus on those cars. That's why I don't see them. So that's another thing to keep in mind, man, because you told me this the other day. It was like, man, can't change nobody. It was like, man, you can't change nobody. Hater, like that whole thing, haters gonna hate, man. Haters gonna hate. But I do believe there have been some successful groups. I don't believe it, I know it. There have been some successful groups, some successful this, some successful that, but it's difficult to be successful and worrying about, them in the back or the hateration. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think another part of the hateration is, look at me. Look at me. I have a big pit bull. Look at me. I have a car. Look at me. I got a plane, that kind of stuff. And I actually detest that, and I think that is a crab in a barrel too, I mean, and let me say this also about the bucket. Who created the bucket? You got a premeditated environment intentionally designed for those crabs. Somebody put them crabs in that bucket. You know what I'm saying? And then and then they perpetuate this false ideology of there's a, crowd, people are pulling each other down. People are trying to survive. So I think it's a Trojan horse philosophy. I don't think it holds a lot of weight. I do think, I mean, look at white folks, man. You don't think they step on each other? Man, they get each other
Yeah.
in trouble as fast as anything, man. They look at, man, look at Trump treating his own white folks who don't agree with him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that happens there with them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, man. That's a good way of looking at it. But when you focus on our community, man, it's like, man,
Yeah.
like you said, we can't help everybody. But it's a
Yeah.
damn
I
shame,
mean,
man.
yeah. I mean, Rich, we have a culture. We have a culture in the black community that I don't, well, maybe some of the Mexicans are doing it now, where you can just throw out hate against another brother. The rappers, a lot of the rappers, it always amazes me when people be like, they're disrespecting women. Them jokers disrespect everybody. They talk about killing brothers, you know what I'm saying? So you got look at you got African American rappers that talk about killing and shooting and putting each other down, and it sells. It sells in the black community, you know? So,
Yeah,
that's kind of supporting crabs in the barrel in a way, if you think about it. I mean, if if you go, especially to like really poor black areas like Chicago and start listening to them dudes, man, talk about crabs in the barrel. You know, that they something to listen to, you know. So
yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it's a situation, man, where we can't fix it, but man, we need to definitely bring some light on it, man. It's self-hate, man.
try not try not to perpetuate it. Just like at the beginning of the show, you said, "Man, I got love for you, Zaba." That is us loving each other as brothers, or trying to have as many good relationships with people as possible, is part of breaking that whole cycle. You know what I'm saying? Being just supporting each other, just not necessarily always like financial, but just supporting each other emotionally. Because just like we talked about earlier, we were talking about fathers. I mean, many black men go through a lot of things by themselves. We don't have support systems. We don't have emotional support, maybe like a lot of women have. So we have to support each other, and more than I do, man. It's people. I know it's people hate on you, bro. It just got to be, because that's the society we live in. You know what I'm saying? But you can't worry about them. In other words, it's kind of easy to go F them, but then that's me being negative. Just don't focus on them.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's true, man. You just hate standing by and seeing your brothers and sisters just being ignorant so much on the internet.
Right.
It's
And
just,
and and another thing, Rich, a big thing on the internet that we have really bad, hating on the sisters. I used to kind of listen to it, but now it begins to get under my skin. It's like your whole channel, not you, but you have some people whose channel is predicated on the backs of the sisters. And there's a few sisters out there too doing the same thing. Now that's a real crab in the barrel. It's one thing to say, the vitriol and the hate through what some of the frustrations that some of the brothers have gotten because of the women, it turns into pure fire and vinegar. Man, them brothers will have fire up to the roof talking about sisters. And in a way, Rich, I think I'm beginning to see it as a form of self-hatred. I didn't used to see it that way because I was like, people are venting, but now, bruh, some of them brothers, man, are evil, and the devil be coming out of them. Now, I'm gonna be the first to say, I'm an advocate for male empowerment. I'll be the first one to say that. But my empowerment isn't going to be predicated on hating nobody else. It's kind of like that whole thing with, when black people say we love black people, that don't mean we hate white people. It just means we love black people. And that's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're an advocate for men, especially, see, because this is the thing, Rich. Black men and women are inextricably linked. We're tied, just like this shirt. We're tied together. We have daughters, grandmothers. We have people in our families, aunties. So it isn't worth what you doing with. It isn't worth us throwing ICC. It isn't really worth. I think a better angle that I really understand is say, look, I'm gonna empower myself. I'm not gonna put myself in situations. But throwing the sisters under the bus, man, that can't be healthy, man. I can't see where that's not kind of like crab in a barrel mentality also. I mean, brothers will go be like, well, I left the United States, and then they'll be like, rah, 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 sisters. Instead of saying, hey, just focus on themselves and be like, I want to live this way. I want to do this. I want to, So.
Yeah, I get it, man. A lot of guys, man, they just lose all respect for black women. And I mean, I see why sometimes, but I always feel like there's still some good black women out here. But we just have to make our choices. If you make a choice to find a woman overseas, then you shouldn't put down America. You shouldn't put down your country, because there's still good people out here. Still people fighting the struggle.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like if you go, you be like, man, I hate Impalas, man. I hate Impalas, but I like Chevelles. Just say you like Chevelles. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to focus on Impalas? If you don't like Impalas, why are you talking about it?
Yeah. And you got people like Kanye West talking about Harriet Tubman, talking about it's crazy, man. Like, you finding negative in everything a black person has done for the country and stuff. And you saying that this lady freed slaves, but she freed them to other white people that made them work for them. I mean, she did the best she could with what she was working with. And it's like, what have you done, black people? You talk about black folks and shit, talk about slavery. What have you done for a black person? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it either.
Man, Malcolm X talked about this too. He was saying, the worst thing that the whole institution of slavery created was a hatred of ourselves. And I forget the name of the movie. Oh, but somebody's gonna know what it is. Where the girl, it's a very famous movie where the girl was embarrassed by her black mother, and she did everything in her power to detach herself away from her mother. This is how serious, some of these people want to belong to the dominant group so bad. Like I said, look at what Michael Jackson did to his face. So people, that's how bad some of the sickness is of people trying to be accepted or to belong. They will do all of these things and to move away from their own people. It's one thing to say, I don't agree with this behavior that my people may have. But you got black people, black is leather in America, and they will tell you, I ain't black. They'll tell you, they'll try to convince the hell out you, talking about I'm Indian. I don't know if you had seen Oprah and Chris Rock and Morgan Freeman, get on the talking about they Indian, they get that DNA on them. They're like, y'all, bro, you ain't got none of that in you. We do that as well. I'm Indian.
Morgan Freeman said, he said, how you stop racism is just don't talk about it.
No, how do you stop racism?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman just said, just don't talk about it. I was like, man, this dude is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just don't talk about it. Like it's just gonna go away or something, I think sometimes it's good to have these discussions, man. And that's one thing I like about Black Lives Matter, is because they pushing the envelope everywhere. Like they making NFL spend money on stuff. They making different people spend money, talk about these issues instead of just sweeping them under the rug, man. That's one thing I do like about it.
Right. And it is gone, and it has gone global. The attention to well, I tell you, man, Rich, man, you got black people. What's that girl, Candace? Whatever. I don't even want to say her last name, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a clear example of how deep self-hatred is. And I ain't gonna say no names, bruh, but you gonna know who and what I'm talking about. Had a brother say, talking just like the white provocateurs, Michelle Obama is a man. This is a black man said this. You know what I'm saying? What would make they created Michelle was pregnant. But what I'm getting at though is and then the brother had the nerve to say, he said, I think I said to him, well, Michelle is the classiest first lady I've ever seen and the most beautiful first lady I've ever seen. You know what he did as a black man? He put up Trump wife and say, no, Trump wife. That's how sick. You know what I'm saying? That's how sick. So I think they want to belong, man.
He didn't get her organically, man. He handpicked her, man. She was a model. She just, I ain't gonna downplay the lady, but it was an arrangement,
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't organic.
Yeah.
I hate when brothers talk like that, man. And I get it. You want to vote for Trump. Don't downplay your own race, man. Just to prove a point. Don't push somebody else down to pull somebody else up. Right. Definitely, man.
That is a perfect example of a crab in the barrel. It's that manifestation and frustration that people try to and exudes out of their pores like that. It's PTSD is what it is. For anybody to say something that crazy and be a black man, Michelle Obama is a man. That is PTSD. Actually, let me say this, and this is not going to be too nice. That, when a person's mind is like that, I, if you talk to a crazy person too long, you crazy too. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it that way. That kind of conversation doesn't even warrant that. Doesn't even warrant a conversation from a person who doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, that same brother you talking about, man, he's highly intelligent. I ain't gonna say it and admit it, but I don't agree with him on certain things for the most part. Yeah, man, it's a trip, man. But
yeah, man. I mean, look at this, man. Talking about crabs in the barrel. All right. Now you have preachers out here with the COVID-19 thing going on, and people paying tithes online. Look, man. Again, man, I don't want to offend any Christian or anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I would just say this, and I'm gonna be very careful because I don't want to offend nobody, man. I ain't trying to, I just trying to convey a thought. That there are churches, man, where a lot of people are poor, and the preacher drive up in a big old Cadillac or something. You know what I'm saying? In my humble opinion, I mean, I'll say this, and I'll leave it alone. There are preachers here, and there are black preachers who do take advantage of black people, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, pastors, black or white, man. Shit. But hey, if y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop them. We're not gonna be on here all night. We're going on an hour. We're not on the time limit, but at the same time, I want you guys got any questions, make sure you drop them. But man, a lot of them white pastors, man, they making big bank too, man. They making way more than the black ones. So
I thought TD Jakes was ain't he? I don't know all the money. Boy,
he up there.
Ooh. Ooh.
He up there. Creflo Dollar. It's a lot of them up there. But you got people like Joel Osteen and some of them old school white ones, man. They've been making money for millions. Long time ago, man. Long time ago. But yeah, I agree, man. Pastors, man, starting cash app groups and make sure you pay your tithes. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Wow, that's deep, man. I mean, when you remember the Jim Jones thing?
Oh yeah, with the drinking of the tea and all that. Punch.
I mean, some pastors are so charismatic. I mean, that some people have been caught red-handed, and the church members will defend them like a project lady defending a really bad child. Defend them to the end, man. Some of those guys can be charismatic and very influential, man. This dude had the ability to get people to kill themselves, and a lot of those people were black people, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So I get off the pastors, man. People real sensitive about their pastors, man. You can't be talking about their pastors, bro. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, they acting like church mousers, man. They're not coming up no questions tonight. Normally they be having a ton of questions.
maybe somebody has a question that they disagree with. Those are always good questions for me.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what's
know,
up.
but crab in a barrel, part of it may be like human nature too, to kind of get past the next man, you know. But it gets to a point to where, you know, you throwing somebody else under the bus for your benefit though, you know.
Yeah. Everybody asking me, am I good? Yeah, I'm feeling good day to day, man. Like I said, I'm still fighting with this COVID, man. Herman Cain died. I think he died today or whatever, and he stopped wearing masks. He started thinking it's a hoax. Definitely ain't a hoax, man. I had several subscribers. A few of them hit me on the side like, yo, I got it too, man. And
Yeah.
they just scared to come out with it. But they talked to me about it and everything. It's real, man. You know, it's definitely a real thing. Do you worry about it, brother? You worry about catching it? Do you feel like you better off there where you at, or you feel like you would be better off in America? Or,
Well, if I got sick, I'd be better off in America. You know? But generally though, man, I think been a lot easier for me to stay to myself and to kind of stay out of situations. You know, you got people in America. I mean, you know, people here aren't wearing masks and they start socializing. And, you know, it was a video on YouTube where these people were just partying it up, dude. Then the next shot, dude was sick. So I think I can kind of stay away from people and kind of keep my space here a little better. But am I worried? Yes, I am worried because, like I said, you know, I may not be like you. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be our, you know, if the Grim Reaper's gonna be like, yo, bro, it's your time, man. I got your card right here in my hand. So, you know, I don't know how anybody couldn't be afraid. Or put it this way, you know, I could catch coronavirus and give it to somebody I love without knowing it. So sure, man. I mean, I'm not one of them people don't believe it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's real, it's invisible, it's contagious. You know, people can believe what they want, but yes, I am definitely, I'm not paranoid, but I'm very cautious about it all, you know. And you know, I'm gonna say this, man, and I know this is not a popular thought. A friend said this to me last night. He was like, something about he was traveling or something. And in my mind, Rich, man, there was a post, and I said this to you, and the guy,
it's freezing up on. Shout out to Mr. Gadget ATL. And I can't thank you enough for supporting me, man. You know, what you do on the side, man. It ain't all pretty, but you help me on the side. Appreciate that. Thanks for that support, man. Uh, we talked about Herman Cain a few times. Rest in peace to Herman Cain, man. You know, I don't know what else to say about Herman Cain. He thought it was a hoax. He thought it was a game, and he died. Rest in peace. I'm not gonna sit here and brag and say, "Oh yeah, I'm glad he did." You know, I'm fighting for my life right now. I mean, which I feel like I'm over it already. But rest in peace to Herman Cain. One thing I could say. It's brother Asaba, if you can hear me, go ahead, go out and try to come back in. Try to go out and come back in if you can hear me. What's good, Jaws? Why scared? Folks scared to come out. I don't know, man. You know. Sometimes people look at you like they don't want to come around you no more, but it's just like a regular flu, man. Once you get rid of it, your body, like my body got antibiotics now. I can't catch it for at least 3 to 4 months supposedly. So I don't know, man, why they scared. Uh, and what are some things we could say to remove crab in the bucket mentality? Can it be removed? I think it can, one person at a time. But the important thing is about it is that you as an individual, man, you get it out your mind. You can't worry about the next man, but get it out your mind personally. You know, try to trust brothers, man. You know, don't always think a black business gonna try to get over on you. You know, brother O'Shea is doing videos now in Africa, and I salute him, man. He's showing brothers that you can go back to the motherland and start things, start a business. But you have to trust people. You have to build relationships, one person at a time. What's going on, brother? You good over there?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, like the man was saying that I think Michael Jackson said something about start with the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? We have to kind of do our part. You know what I mean? But I was gonna say something about the coronavirus before we left. I had mentioned it to you. Oh, the invisible man got my camera. The haters got it. And friend of mine.
All right, brother Zaba went back out. Brother Gino, I sent you the link. Did your taste come back? It's coming back slowly, brother. I ate some regular food today, some salmon, rice, and broccoli and corn. It tasted funny, man, but I went on and ate it. I just got to come to the realization that I just got to start eating regular food no matter how nasty it tastes. My manager offered to send me some lunch tomorrow, and several people have offered me, and I denied them, but I told them, okay, tomorrow, yeah, send me some food. So he's sending me some beef, some type of Mexican plate, Mexican thing. So I'm gonna try my best to eat it tomorrow. So he's sending me lunch on him, so I can't deny it. I can't turn it down. I'm not gonna turn it down now. Um, I mean, I've been humble, man, trying to be humble, turn different things down, but shit, I need it right now. I ain't gonna lie, I need it. Cause I'm gonna be out of work for a while. I'm gonna stay out about a month or so. But, what's going on, Dr. Gino, man?
Hey, how you doing, bro? I know you recovering, man. I hope everything is going pretty good for you. I'm doing all right. I can't. I can't really complain. Besides being tired, I'm just now on my way from work, just getting up. I'm straight though, man. I'm grateful, man. Cool. Could have been worse.
That's good, brother. That's good. You wanted to chime in tonight on something?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been listening, watching and listening to everything, but I already got the background on some of the things you're speaking of. And I've seen some of the questions in the chat box. I mean, crab in the barrels mentality, it's probably going to be really, really, really hard, if not impossible, especially in this country that we're living in. This is a capitalistic beast. This is a capitalistic driven country. Everything is based on revenue. Everything is based on generating funds and stuff. So um almost anywhere you turn. I mean, I'm almost certain that it's going to get to a point where um breathing, pulling oxygen that's supposed to be free is gonna be some revenue generation behind it. So when you have, the incentive, the rewards that are just there for you to hop on the internet, create a name and generate revenues, say some of the craziest thing. I mean, you might see it, and there might have been people, and you probably will see people that will come on here and say, "Man, fuck my mother, fuck that hoe," because that gets them ton of views, and they generate revenues from it. They make money from it, and we've seen that. So you have the crabs that are willing to sell their soul, um, on the views on and how these other people see us. You have the Kenneth Owens. You have a few other of them out there. Um, it's very lucrative, bro, and you can't stop it, man. I was Let me say this so I can shut up real quick. Um, there are these two twins. They're on
Oh yeah,
YouTube. They're on
yeah.
YouTube. They're on Facebook. I'm talking about light skin twin.
Come right up.
Um. hmm Um. I'm not gonna say their name, but I'm not gonna say their name. But you guys in the chat, you guys can put their name or whatnot. These light skinned twin, I think they're mixed. I'm not sure, but they look black apparently. They started in YouTube in the section of fitness. They were doing fitness, workout, fitness, and advising things of that nature. Right around the time, and I can't really say specific time, but it has to be within the last 3.5 years, maybe 4 years. Within the last 4 years, they shift over completely to right wing views. And guess what? That should pay very nicely. Right wing views to talk shit. Right wing views if Rich got unjustly killed. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put you, but I'm just saying that if I were to be killed, by the police unjustly, these Negroes will hop on the internet on Facebook and make little funny videos and shit like that and talk about my death and say how much of a big thug that I was, um, and make a certain people, and y'all already know who people I'm talking about, the same people that Kenneth Owens make them feel good, make them feel comfortable. And there was one video I noticed of these guys. I was scrolling to YouTube. Rich, these dudes had a video that they posted in less than 2 hours. In less than 2 hours, these dudes had about 190,000 views. In less than 2 hours, that video criticizing and shitting on black people, making white folks feel good, got 190,000 views in less than 2 hours. And then when I scroll up again, I saw a video that O'Shea had posted. That video had that video was 3 days old. 3 days old with about 12,000 views. 12,000 views in 2 days and 190,000 views in less than 2 hours. It's so lucrative. It pays very, very well. It pays handsomely to shit on black people. Rich, you there?
Your phone muted, Rich. Your computer muted.
Oh, Brian Bourne, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing real good. I'm doing real good. How's it going, brother?
Everything good. Jaws, I'm good, man. I'm a little winded, but I'm good, man. This is exercise for me. But go ahead, Brian Bourne. What's up, bro? I know you got something to say.
Oh man, no, I just want to say, man, you guys are talking about a very good topic, you know, tonight. And it goes both ways, man. It goes both ways. It's kind of like um what my man was talking about earlier when it comes to, bringing our own people down and things of the nature, man. He's right about that. We need to be uplifting each other. And yeah, we do have a tradition of playing the dozens and snapping on each other and having a good time. But you have to draw that line. When you start talking about someone's mother or father or something like that, or the kids, and you know what I'm saying, that's when we draw the line. But we like to have fun and joke around and have fun with each other. And another thing too is people call, like he was saying about as far as people like with money or whatever. I take that as motivation. Me personally. When I see another black man doing very well and successful, and he's showing off, like I said, there's a line to be drawn there too. If he's saying I got this, you ain't yes, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, that's something different. But someone should, hey man, look what I got. You can too. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, I know you can. That's like motivation to
But
me.
the thing about it is, like, standing from your position, man, you got guys out here that ain't got shit.
You're
They
right.
might
You're right.
they might look at it a little different.
You're exactly right, and that's why I say I think it's a matter of the way you present it. You know, just like me, if I go out and I start a business and I get successful and I make $1 million, I want to tell somebody, but I'm gonna say, look, hey, look, I did it. You can too. Let me show you. Let me show you how I did it. If you want to be successful, let me show you. Let me help you. You know, let me give you the same resources I had when I didn't have, as much money, as you do. You know, so like I said, I think it's just a matter of the presentation. Somebody like Floyd Mayweather, yeah, very arrogant, very, what I'm saying, just very over the top with it, and it's all, and it does make, a person without, feel a certain type of way. But yeah, man, very good topic. And it's something we gotta, we really gotta look on and refocus on, because a lot of time we lose focus. And it's you know, stories like this, lives like this that we get on, they kind of, bring us back, down to reality and have us refocus on things. Sometimes we gotta, it's kind of like when you go to church and you hear that sermon, and it's almost like they're speaking directly to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, man. So I'm very big on that. And we're all here for a purpose. And sometimes, we got to get, refocused. Someone got to remind us of something and get us back refocused on things.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. How things going on out there where you at, man?
Man, everything going good. Everything going good. It's Friday. It's Friday morning here. It is 8:24 in the morning over here, and I got less than a week. I got less than a week to go, man. This time since I've been here has gone extremely fast. I got here on Thursday the 23rd. Today is Friday the 30th. No, I'm sorry. What's today? The 31st? Oh, day 31st, right? Yeah.
30th for us, but 31st.
Yeah. 31st for me. So you know, this time has went by very, very fast. And
Right.
you know, in the WhatsApp groups, man, really make the time go by fast. Talking to the
Speaking
guys,
of
having fun.
speaking of the WhatsApp groups, I'm gonna share something with y'all real quick. Oh, you know, DR having a tropical storm right now. Turn your mic down. You know, turn your mic down. Share this with y'all real quick. Gino, come on, man. All right,
Yeah, I'm
never
here.
mind. Let me mute you real quick. You got a lot of background noise. Let me share something with y'all real quick. Something a little humor. Y'all laugh.
Hey,
Y'all see that?
ay, nena. Ven, salgan de ahí. Bien, niño. Bajen de ahí.
Y'all couldn't see that. Look,
Ay, nena. Ay, nena.
roof came up.
Ven,
Yeah, another one.
salgan
Share.
de ahí.
I'm not sure exactly if they in DR, but look at that. They having a little tropical storm down there. Car going through. Last one.
Esto es Puerto Rico, papá. ¿Ah? Sí o sí, hay que pasarla
That
bien.
looks fun. That's,
Cocotuto.
y'all see that? See that, Brian Boy?
Yeah. I see it. I see it. Man.
That looks
So that's
fun.
in that's in DR.
Sí o sí, hay que pasarla bien.
I can't
Fíjate
confirm
eso.
that, but I believe so. Look at that. That looks fun, man.
Cocotuto.
Anyhow, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Try to wake the crowd up a little bit. Gino, let me unmute you, Gino. Yeah, a lot of background noise, Gino.
You still hear my background noise? Because I'm at home now, man. My internet was bugging. I didn't even know I disconnected.
Yeah. Yeah, beat up, man. So glad everything going good with us. How's the coronavirus situation out there?
Um, it's better. When they have a spike here, it's a whole lot different. The meaning is a whole lot different. In America, here a spike to these to them out here might mean they have 6 people in one day or 10 people in one day, out of 18,000 or 20,000, 40, 30, 40,000 people. So it's getting better. They have everything open back now. Everything's open. They're not allowing Americans in. The only way I was able to get over was through a government clearance. But everything's open. Bars open, gyms, restaurants. You can do pretty much whatever you want to do here. But if they do have another big spike, I'm sure they probably would, God forbid, but I'm sure they'll probably shut it back down again because they already shut it down once and they just opened it back up the other day. But other than that, man, everything seems to be going good. So as soon as I get out of this quarantine, I'll be ready to spread my wings and fly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's up? Bellagino, what's up, man? Guys, I'm smelling these different fragrances. Trying to train my taste to come back. That's what y'all see me doing.
Have you
So,
tried coffee?
no, I hadn't tried coffee.
No,
That's
I'm
a
just
good
saying, like, can
idea.
you smell, like, if you had some coffee beans, because you smell them?
I don't have coffee beans because I don't really drink. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some. That's a good idea because what I got here is what they call clove. So I'm smelling the clove, uh, lemon, smelling this vapor stuff.
Mm.
Just different things, man. Just you I forgot the name of this stuff. It's epileptic or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Eucalyptus.
Epileptics. Yeah. I'm taking baths with this stuff anyhow, but
Yeah. That
You can,
eucalyptus works real good. It opens you up a little bit.
yeah, very therapeutic.
yeah, I got the spearmint one and I got some. I forgot the other name. But as soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna take me. I've been taking baths and stuff and trying to, you know, get the fragrance in me and everything. I'm here at home in Atlanta, man. You asking where I'm at. But, oh, I think you talking about you, B-Dot. B-Dot here in Japan, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Japan. I'm right outside of Tokyo. Right outside of Tokyo. Hey, I
Oh,
was going to ask you, too, Rich, are you able to, can you see, since it's kind of getting your smell back a little bit, kind of little by little?
yeah, I'm sniffing these fragrances, man. Gino, man, I don't know what's going on with your mic, bro. Just turn it down a little.
Hold on, let me get on my MacBook, man. I think it's probably the phone.
Turn it down a little.
Or he can just do like I do, just mute it when you're not talking. If you mute it while you're not talking, I think that's what I do.
Yeah, because it must be because you see here the snores. It's not even. I know I got a little AC unit running in the back, but I don't think it's that because it's not that loud. I think it's the phone. I'm gonna get on my MacBook real quick.
All right, with all the deaths in the United States and other countries, will the insurance companies stop, man? I doubt it, man. Insurance companies, they make so much money, they winning, bro. I mean, think about all the extra insurance they selling now for the COVID-19. People that ain't thought about having insurance got it now. And everybody not catching COVID, so they winning, man. The insurance companies are winning. Yeah, they winning, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the insurance companies, I think especially the major insurance companies. Of course, you're gonna have some insurance companies that some of the smaller ones that might want to be a little different, but for the most part, a lot of amazing. I mean, a lot of the major insurance companies. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna be all right.
As far as the GoFundMe page, I think my job, they was talking about starting one. They hadn't done it. Start that motherfucker. Be like some of these white boys, man. Started to GoFundMe. Yeah. Oh, he's at a goal of 150,000. Like, man, let me get a GoFundMe where I get 100,000, man. Shit. I want to go back to work and tell that bitch to run out.
Oh, I do have. We always talk about bad news or sad news. I got some very good news, man. My buddy just called me a few days ago, two days ago to be exact. When I was working down in Texas, there was this guy I used to work with. I just call him Pete. Um, and this guy was a young guy, and he was very hard worker. But you could tell he was just struggling, man. He had his car. He was always having car troubles, and even I had to pick him up one day. I saw him on the side of the road. I had to pick him up one day, and bring him to work. And they're down there working in Louisiana now. And last week he went to the gas station and got a scratch off, and he won $250,000 on a scratch off, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so now I had a conversation. I didn't have a conversation with him, but I talked to his cousin. I'm close with his cousin now, him. But I told his cousin, man, I said, look, tell him that's not a lot of money. I mean, it seems like a lot, but it's not a lot. Tell him to, put it up, invest it, put a lot of it up, and don't, of course, I'm sure you probably can get him another car because he really needs a
Black dude
car.
or white dude?
A black guy, man, young black guy, man. Very humble, man.
About the
Very humble.
taxes on that, man. How much taxes they gonna take?
They say they said that he'll probably get 200, around 200. So they're probably gonna tax him about 50,000.
That's not bad.
But,
That's not bad. A lot of places it would have been more.
yeah. So with that being said, man, I always like to kind of mix it up, man. That was some good news I got the other day, out of Louisiana, man. So that young guy, I'm proud of. Like I said, he all he bought was a scratch off, but I'm still proud of him, man. And especially that he's gonna be doing the right thing with the money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Taking
with
it.
taxes and your family members want some money, shit, you be at 100 grand quick.
Yeah,
sure,
man.
sure you're gonna get them a car.
Yeah.
If you don't have a house or something.
Yeah. I was working on a job in Texas. This was years ago, over 10 years ago. And we had a guy that worked with us and he had won the lottery. And at work, you know how it is at work, everybody talking about it at work. Hey man, you heard Sam won the lottery, blah blah blah. And they said, man, the room is he gonna come in today and he gonna quit, man. He gonna quit his job today, man. So, truth be told, man, he came in that day, man, and everybody saw him walking up to the job trailer. He walked up there, man, he had his chest all stuck out, nose all up, He walked in there, he was in there about 5 minutes, he walked out. So when he walked out, we ran over there, talked to him. We said, maybe heard you won the lottery. He's like, yep, I sure did. I won the lottery. He said, I told them they can kiss my ass. I'm out of here. So I asked him, I said, how much did you win, man? How much did you win? He looked at me and stuck his nose up and stuck his chest out. He said, I won $150,000. I said, man, I just busted out laughing. I said, man, we'll see you in 6 months. He said he paid his house off. Well, no, I'm sorry. He said he paid his trailer off, which was his house. He bought a new truck and him and his wife was going on a vacation. I said, man, you're gonna be broken. You're gonna be broke sooner than that, brother. Some people just don't do the right thing with it when they get it. But anyway, I wanted to say that, man, we got some good. I did get some good news, maybe. I know we talk about some stuff, man, and some pretty sad stuff, but there was a little bit of good news that I got the other day.
Yeah, that's some good news. Sometimes the bigger the money, the faster it goes. Yeah, because I don't know if it's more of a psychological thing, but your mind is more likely. Well, I'm not saying but a lot of people, even me, we're all susceptible to that. If we end up with a sum of money that we're not used to having, so it's kind of new to us. We don't even know how to handle it, and sometimes you might not even know you're fucking up. Sometimes you might think you're making the right decision with it. You know what I'm saying? And then and that's exactly how and why people mess up too, because you really thinking you're doing the right thing, then you're more likely to be spending a whole lot of it, and before you know, you're like, man, I only got a little bit left. They always say people that win the lottery, they always say winning the lottery is a curse.
Yeah, you're in Japan, man. Yeah, shit. Hey, I need them rich folks.
Yeah, I'm in Japan. I'm right outside of Tokyo. The time now is 8:38 in the morning. I'm right outside of Tokyo.
Enjoy that.
I need them rich folks probably show me how to hit the lottery.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, did you? I know a discussion. I don't know what you discussed. Did you guys discuss? Speaking of crabs in the barrel, did you guys spoke on Terry Crews?
Nah, what's up with him?
Oh, you haven't heard the latest?
Nah, what's the latest coonery, man? Go ahead.
Well, perhaps I'm not 100% well versed in all the details. But the latest with him is that he's been he's been shifting his views and claiming like he's that different black guy in the black community. how come they don't respect your views? They only want you to see things this way, that way, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, to sum it all up, to give you a decent summary and not go into details, is that he's becoming like a different, he's becoming like a black male version of Candace Owens, pretty much. Slowly, but surely.
Oh yeah.
He's well into it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And that's exactly one of the things, you know, before when I was on, I just started speaking on, is that the financial incentive is just so readily available, and people are always, you're always gonna find people like this, and that's one thing I realized. And I do understand that, yeah, there are some authentically black men, black women who have different views, right? We're not a monolith. There are some black people with different views. You know, there are some black people who are just different, right? But one thing I've been noticing though, it's the trend where you will, and I know this is a bit stereotypical. I don't mean to stigmatize much, but we can kind of tell, right? Just like we know that amongst us, we can be a little bit ignorant, right? When a black person speak very proper English, we can be like, oh, you speak white, blah, blah, blah. But these days, you seeing like very urbanly hood macho real niggas going on the internet spewing these right wing views.
Mm-hmm.
It's the money, man.
I mean, yeah, you know, a lot of people are big on that, but not as much as they used to be back in the day.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but it's just some people, man. They're just willing to go and sell their soul for anything, man. And due to this new technology and things of that nature that we're using right now, people can sit at home, say some shit, and make money off of it. And a lot of people is taking advantage of that by any means necessary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Yeah, a lot of guys. Absolutely, man.
And Herman Cain, I would say he's sort of, I mean, rest in peace to the guy. But what can I say? The man was out there promoting these conspiracy theories, being in groups with no mask, telling you, oh, I'm not wearing masks, and he'll tag Donald Trump in his tweets and stuff. Now look what happened to him. And I cannot say that if there was no corona, he would have not died, or corona is exactly what killed him. But obviously he was diagnosed with that shit.
Yeah. Sure.
You make your bed and you sleep in it. It's a lot of us that will be victim, not probably face death, but that will be victim, that will fall victim to this same sort of attitude.
Sure.
Because even though you say you were diagnosed, I bet you there will be some people that will look at you straight in your face and be like, "No, man, are you sure it was corona? It's not corona, man. No, it's such and such little other thing." People love believing in just like fairy tale and you know imaginative nice little stories like their children.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with you 100%. Getting a little tired. I ain't on front, man.
I wanted to
Man,
mention. I wanted to just I think somebody in the chat. It was Mr. International was asking um about taking a test. When I come over here to Japan, yeah, I did right after I got the plane. I had to submit 4 documents and some other documents, some government clearance documents, and I had to go right over there and take that test. It's my very first time taking a COVID test, and it looks worse than it actually is. To be honest with you,
Was it
you
through the
just sit.
nose?
Yeah, I just sat in a chair, held my head back. They took that long Q-tip swab and stuck it in there, man, and um, it was like a half a second. Yes, it was a little discomfort, but the discomfort went away after maybe 2 minutes. It was
Oh,
quick and easy. So,
yeah, it ain't nothing.
oh
and
yeah.
he also posted, I think, it said Atlanta to Japan 652. Um, you can't come to Japan right now. Japan is shut down. The only way you can get in is if you have some type of a government clearance. As far as I understand, even um, Japanese nationals, if they're out the country, they're not letting them back in right now. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard. On my
Especially
plane,
from the US.
yeah, if they come from the U.S. Um, on my plane, I flew on American Airlines. It was a 777, a 777, the largest plane in their fleet, and it was about 17 people on my flight.
Ah.
First class ticket was over $13,000 one way. So yeah, they ain't playing no games. I only saw two other Americans on my flight. One, he was in the military, and the other guy was some high guy in FedEx. He was a FedEx guy, so he got some kind of clearance to come over. And the other guy was in first class with me. He was in the military.
Yeah, especially if Japan and as you just said, they really have contained it. They got a hold of it, they're controlling it. Man, especially if you're coming from the US, bruh, they're gonna make sure you're good. That's if they're
Absolutely.
letting you in.
Yeah, I got a test when I got here, and I'm in quarantine right now. I get out of quarantine on August the 6th. On August the 6th, I have to take another test.
Damn.
Yeah, to make sure that I didn't get it on the plane.
Are you supposed to? Is that something you're just going to go to a place and do yourself, or they coming to see you, or
No, they coming to see me, man.
for real?
Yeah, they ain't playing no games out here, bro. They not playing no games.
So when you got out of the airport, you got to tell them like where you gonna be at. Da da da
Dude,
da.
when I left the air when I got to the airport, they already had a shuttle waiting for me.
Where?
They had a shuttle. They brought me from the airport straight here to where I'm at right now, and I have not stepped foot outside
So.
since
Mm-hmm.
since the
So where you
23rd.
at? Mm-hmm. So where you at right now? It's not even a place you chose on your own. This is what. Oh, you're here now. Okay, you have to spend 2 weeks in confinement. We got a place to take you. That's what it is like, huh?
Well, let me tell you what happened, and I don't want to tell too much of my business, but I did have a choice. I did have a choice, but I chose to make a request to the military for me
Mm-hmm.
to quarantine on a military base. I'm a civilian. I've never been in the military a day in my life, but I put in a request to the colonel of a military facility, and they granted my request for me to quarantine on a military facility. The reason being is because this is my very first time in Japan. If I was to go just to a hotel in Tokyo, that you know, um, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You good?
Okay. Oh, that was Rich left. If I was just to quarantine in a hotel in Tokyo, which I could, then I don't know, I don't know Japanese. I don't know the way they move. I don't know how Uber or Uber Eats or how they work with the food and delivering shit. So I just decided to come on to a military facility where I would have more resources.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And so
smart move.
that's what I did.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
Shout out to Mayor, man. I see you in the chat. For some
Yeah,
reason,
and
I had to reset my StreamYard because I wasn't getting all the messages. So now,
okay, got
that's
yes,
why I
yeah,
left
they
out.
did grant my request, so I am on a military facility here in Japan.
That's what's up, man. You're gonna enjoy that stuff, man. All the cats I've ever known. Actually, there's a brother I used to be stationed with them in Phoenix, Arizona, and he was stationed in Japan, and he came back to the state. His wife is Japanese, and this brother, he tell you, he like, man, I'm not having kids. We're not having kids. I'm too spoiled. I'm good. We're good. Man, he's like, his wife is just like, is A1, Japanese girl.
Yeah, that's what everybody keep telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Even the guys that's over here now, they said, man, when you get out of quarantine, man, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna love it. You're gonna go out. We're gonna have a good time. Blase blase. So I'm definitely anticipating that, man, on August. Like I said, after August the 6th.
Yeah, that's next week. Well, next week Wednesday. Well, no,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Now,
Okay.
somebody D Hicks was saying my own Kadena. No, I'm on the mainland. I'm about maybe an hour drive outside of Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
Kadena is on Okinawa. That's a separate island, but it's big. Kadena's big. They got like 18,000 U.S. troops on that island. It's very heavily populated with military, U.S. military on that island.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. And I'm sure you're gonna do that. But I've seen there's a channel on YouTube, or probably a couple of channels that they have a network of black, I think mostly black Americans or whatnot, or blacks that live in Japan. I think the channel might be Black
Yeah,
in Japan, something to that nature.
yeah. I have been watching those videos. I was watching when I first found out that I was going to be coming over here. I started watching. There are some very good channels out there. I don't know if I can mention them on here, but there are some very good channels out there that speak on it.
Hmm. The only thing is, I'm not sure about Well, I'm not sure if Japanese is similar to Chinese. Probably is, but the only thing about it is that language is probably got to be probably hard as hell to learn it, unless you learn it from a young age. Because I actually know my coworker. She was born over there, and she can speak some pretty good Japanese, not totally fluently, 100% fluently, but she can have like conversations and things of that nature. And she loved Japanese food and all this, that, the third. So I hope you're able to probably get to learn the language, but it might not be like Colombia or DR, these other Latin countries you go to where Spanish speaking skills is a must. There's probably like a whole lot of Japanese that speak a whole lot of English.
Not really, but they do. They do. They have. They're gonna. I'm gonna have a translator. They have a lot of the Japanese language is a lot of symbols. It's not really letters. Just learn it. What I've been told is just learn those symbols and use like the camera the camera option on Google Translate. It helps out a lot when you're looking at these symbols and trying to figure out what they mean. But yeah, man, that's it. What's up, Rich? You good? You good over there, Rich?
Yeah, I'm a little tired. But
Yeah,
the
I ain't
live,
gonna.
I'm ready going on 2 hours, man. Shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you need to get your
Listening.
rest.
Yeah, I gotta get my rest in, bro. We'll do
Yeah,
another live soon.
shout
Yeah.
out to Mayor, man. I seen Mayor posted some 1,000 Dominican pesos, retired and happy, $10, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, guys.
Oh shit, I'm not even seeing the donation.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of figured you did because you said that your thing went out. But I wanted to at least mention those guys. Those are the last two that I saw. Mention Mayor.
No, I'm seeing it. I had to reset it. Shout
You
out
see
to
it now?
man for the donation, man. Keep up the good work on your channel, man. See your channel a lot more positive. Appreciate that good work, bro. Shout out to Retired and Happy. What's up? Have a great day. Oh, yoga, yo, damn.
Yoga.
Yoga, what up, man? Yeah, man, hit me up on the email. Rollthetape@yahoo.com, man. Rollthetape@yahoo.com. I see you laughing at me, goddamn, be that. Send your ass a virtual.
I was laughing at Let's Learn Spanish TV. He said he thought I was going to say they have a lot of simps over here.
Hey, check it out. I got a lot of t-shirt designs I'm coming out with. So I'm gonna put the link in the description of this video and the rest of my videos. Got like 10 t-shirt designs. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Yoga, yeah, hit me up, man. ATL, stand up. Mayor got my number. Flip Flop got my number. But hit me up on the email. Rollthetape@yahoo.com. Rollthetape@yahoo.com. Peace out to the chat, man. One love.
Peace, man. Be
Any
safe.
last words y'all want to say?
I just said, man, you guys just be safe, be careful. Wear your mask, social distance. Plan your trips, do your research, and save your money, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. You guys be safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families. That's all I got.
Definitely stay positive, man, and don't try to be a hero, try to be different or whatever. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but by now everybody's wearing a mask, man. And I know I don't do mine consistently unless I'm at work. When I'm sitting down in front of a computer, I don't have it on. And if I have to get up and go to the printer, I got to put that shit on. If I have to go to the bathroom, I got to put that shit on. But besides that, the stores and things of that nature. But I see people that when they're walking down the street, going to the park, they got their mask on. I don't personally do that. You probably should do that. I probably should do that. But it's better be safe than sorry, man. And I'm not saying wearing your mask will prevent anything, prevent you from catching anything, but being a positive mindset, because that's what I'm all about, positivity. Everything you're doing, just do it with a positive mindset. And what's supposed to happen is going to happen, man, because you got to live this life. If you're not here, you can't live life and enjoy life. And also, like Bida say, if you're going somewhere, do your research. And I know some places open up and things of that nature. And I'm not trying to party poop on anybody who's traveling and things of that nature, because I know one individual in our network, he came back and then he has to quarantine, and I don't know what sort of problem that creates, with your job and things of that nature. If you have to spend 2 weeks in quarantine and things of that nature, if you don't have a job where you're a salaried employee, if you don't have a job like me where I can just pull out my laptop in my drawers and just hop on and work, you have to think these things out. You have to process all these things. Don't just be like, oh, they open up. Look at these guys. They in DR. They having fun. Let me go to DR. When you come back, you don't know what your job might tell you. I don't know. Maybe your job pays you when you sit at home. If that's something you can afford, do it. But do your research definitely, man. And it's plenty of times to plan trip. 2020 is pretty much, I hate to have a pessimistic view on this. 2020, as far as, traveling or whatnot, if you had not already done some of it in the early part of 2020, 2020 is kind of like pretty much wasted in a bit. You might as well really start really doing your planning for 2021. Again, that's just me. People probably get mad at me. Again, that's just me.
Right. Absolutely, bro. Appreciate everybody joining this shit, man.
Peace, fam.
Like I said, I'm a little tired, y'all. So
yeah, I just got home.
All right, man. Be safe, man. Get some rest, brother.
Definitely drink a lot of fluid, bro, if you can.
All right, watch out for the return of the NBA tonight, fellas. I don't have a link, man. Let me know how I can get a free link. I don't feel like buying shit.
I'll send you something. Yeah, you can literally now, because there's an app I had on my phone. I probably still have it. I just Googled it, NBA Live or Sports Live or whatever. I found the app. You can watch the game crispy clear on your phone. And then what I did is that when you click on the thing, it sort of end up taking you to YouTube. So sometimes I'll copy that link, put it in my email, or I'll put it in one of my note keeping thingy on my Google account, and then I'll jump on my MacBook and I'll pull that link, copy, paste it. Now I'm watching on my computer. I'll send it to you though.
Send me the link, man, and I'll try to put it on my community page. Hopefully they don't flag it. But yeah, send me that link ASAP. They got games tonight?
I don't know. I haven't been really following.
Somebody said they got games tonight. Anyhow, man, good night, fellas. Make sure y'all check the link. I got some fly t-shirts coming up, man. Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out, brother.